Hi, I'm Pastor Andrea Humphrey of Hope's House Christian Ministries. But we entered into this large and integrated life in which he now has the final say in everything. As pastor of my own church, my life has been dedicated to God's work, doing what is just and what is right. The law doesn't always get it right, but God and the Bible does. Now, cases will come before me in God's higher court. Welcome to higher court. I see you both signed the covenant agreement.
I brought my son here today. I'm suing him for rent, back rent.
There's a scripture in the Bible that talks about honoring your parents so that your days may be long.
This is the case of what is the price of friendship. Plaintiff John Walker loaned his friend $1,000 over a steak dinner and is suing the defendant, Fred Fields, who claims that the loan was a gift and that the plaintiff has long since eaten into the debt. Is this a case of an overcooked friendship? Or is this a matter that can be resolved in higher court?
You understand that the decision that's going to be rendered will come from a biblical perspective.
Yes, Pastor.
Yes,
Okay.
Pastor.
I want to make sure we're clear on that. So I want to get some facts from you. So you loaned him $1,000 because you had upwards to $10,000 in your pocket. What is it that you did to make such money?
Investment counseling on an animated feature.
Okay, and the reason you had so much money in your pocket that particular day?
Yeah, because I'd made a whole lot of money in a hurry. And
Can you tell me your concept of friendship? Is friendship like family to you? Is it
oh
more
no,
like
he's
business?
closer than any family member. I don't even talk to my family members.
Okay, so he's more like a brother to you.
Yeah, he's like best friend, brother.
Okay, so tell me all the things that you've done that make you believe that you should have a deducted amount in terms of the loan.
Well, you know, I studied culinary arts, so, you know.
You actually went to school for culinary arts?
Yeah, I did some garnish lessons. I did some prep chef lessons.
Okay.
So when the chef comes in, I'm the guy that cuts up all the onions and the mushrooms.
I got it.
And that's what I do, so he could just go to work. And, you know, I get to watch them and pick up different tricks of the trade.
What's that got to do with John?
Well, the gist of it is I throw barbecues sporadically, and he comes and eats free of charge, and he's pretty particular about what he wants. He likes the 1-inch thick ribeye steak. The steak by itself costs you about $12, $15. You know, I make that homemade macaroni and cheese like grandma make, where you got to put it in the oven. Nothing against Kraft in the box, but this is that real deal Holyfield macaroni and cheese. He got to pay for that. Costs money.
Okay, so you could
so
good. You could.
I feel like something should be, you know, calculated.
Right. So
And deducted.
did I also hear you say that you took him in?
Yes.
Okay.
Pocket
And so
roll
what
it.
do you believe about the things that he's done for you over the past 6 or 7 years?
He's a great cook.
Okay.
I eat barbecue over there all the time. Now, there wasn't a taking in. Where I lived at, you had to move out for 1 day every 28 days, so you don't establish tenancy. It's an LA law, so I'd spend a night over at his place, one time a month.
How often did you do that? How often
One
have you
time
done
a
that?
month.
Huh?
One time a month.
One time, so one night a month, you would spend the night at his house. Okay. Over the course of 2 years, 3 years?
And sometimes 2 or maybe 3, just to get a break from where he was. It wasn't a big deal. It might be a weekend. You know, the games are coming on.
I understand. So let me ask just a couple more questions, and then I'll get to my ruling. In your opinion, the friendship has been a good friendship over the course of time, and you guys have mutually benefited from one another. Is that true?
No question about it.
Do you agree that the things that he's done for you are worth at least some amount of money?
Yeah.
So one last thing. With regards to the friendship, you guys have sustained a friendship for quite a period of time, and generally statistics say if people have been friends for 7 years or longer, that they're probably going to be friends for life. Can I assume that you guys are going to be friends forever?
Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
I still feel like, you know, even though he eats those barbecue plates for free. About that,
How
Pastor.
many times a year does he come?
I would say about 10.
About
'Cause
10
I barbecue about once a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is a $25 plate.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to him for 20 because he's part of the brotherhood, so he can get $5 discount.
Okay, so I want to share something with you. If we go by your reasoning and your line of thinking, and you agree that you eat at his house and you've slept at his house, if you stayed at the Shady 8, right, they would charge you at least $50 for that night that you've been spending at his house over the course of time. Is that true?
That's what I be trying.
So instead of going to a hotel, you've been staying at your friend's for free. And you've also been eating at his house to the tune of somewhere it's about $20 a pop.
That's right. We talking about gourmet.
I got this. I got this.
Okay.
I got this.
Okay.
So are we clear? Okay. Just want to make sure, because I do a little adding here real quickly. So according to my math, if we were to put a price on this friendship, he owes you $1,000, but you owe him about $2,500 for these ribs.
Well, I want to know what kind of math you're using.
I'm using the math that he's assigned to the things that he's done for you since you're keeping track.
What's the equation?
The equation is room and board for so many days and barbecue plates on so many occasions. If I did that, you would be happy and you would be dissatisfied. But because this is a higher court, what I'm actually going to do is tell you about a scripture it says in Deuteronomy, where every 7 years, debts between friends and family is expunged. It's called the year of Jubilee. And since you guys have been friends for quite some time, and you agree that you're going to be friends going forward, I assume you're still going to barbecue, you're still going to stay at the house from time to time whenever you have a need, because you said to me that you guys were friends and family. I'm going to implement the year of Jubilee rule from Deuteronomy chapter 15, and I'm going to cancel the debt for both of you. And my judgment is that there is nothing owed.
Penalties offset.
Penalties offset.
It's like a
I want to
football
thank you
game.
both for being before the higher court today. Case closed.
Thank you, Pastor.
Thank you, Pastor.
This is the case of cohabitation gone awry. Josh is demanding that Jessica pays up to 6 months' rent before being kicked out. Jessica claims that Josh duped her into a living arrangement and is now reneging on his promises. Let's see what a higher court has to say.
Thank you, bailiff. I see that both of you have signed the covenant agreement.
Yes, Your Honor.
And by signing, you're agreeing to abide by the decision rendered by this court today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Josh, can you explain to us why you brought the defendant before us today?
Basically ever since the first month that I let Jessica move in to my home, I brought her into my home with 2 kids. Told her the rent would be $350. I was cutting her a break because she was a single mother, needed some help. So basically, ever since the first month, she hasn't really paid any rent. You know, and it's ridiculous. A year and 5 months of not paying nothing.
And so you're suing her for $6,300?
Yeah.
Okay, is that all you're suing her for?
Yeah.
Jessica, would you like to tell us why you're here today?
In the lease that we signed a written lease and also a verbal agreement that I would pay $350 a month. That includes utilities, access to the kitchen, the laundry room, you know, pretty much access to the whole house except his personal areas.
Okay.
And the only thing that I was required to do was clean up after myself and my kids. And I agreed to that. That was fine. Because like he said, you know, he's helping me out because I didn't have a place to go. And, you know, and turns out I paid the first month's rent. And after that, he's like, hey, would you mind taking me here? Yeah, that's fine, you know. It didn't bother me. Then it started turning into an everyday thing. Okay, well, then after that, it was, hey, can you cook supper? Can you do this? Can you do that? I'm not your wife.
Explain to me all the things it is that you do around the house.
Okay, I cook for him and his daughter because I'll babysit his daughter when he's off working. I'll take him wherever he needs to go because he's scared to drive.
So you have 2 kids and you have 1?
Mm-hmm.
And you watch all 3 kids?
Yes, and which I don't mind because, you know, his daughter has nothing to do with the issues me and him have.
And you are saying that you are the nanny,
I'm
the
pretty
chefs,
much
the chauffeur,
the wife,
you're
everything.
Uber, you're all of
I'm
that.
everything without the wedding ring, Your
Okay.
Honor.
So let me ask this question. Are the 2 of you guys physical with each other?
No,
Never have been?
No.
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 Okay. Where is the father to your children?
he has took off. I don't talk to him. I try to get in contact with him. He won't come in contact, and like that's one good thing, like because he is kind of, you know, the father figure to my kids.
Okay.
Like because he is there. He is like in the household.
So it's who your kids deem to be a father
Yeah.
for them.
Like they look up to him. They play with his daughter, and it.
And where is the mother to your children?
She lives like in Compton area. I mean, she's doing her own thing.
Okay, and so does your son or daughter have the same relationship with Jessica?
Yeah, my daughter takes care of her daughter, basically. My daughter's 4 years old.
No, my question was, does your daughter have the same relationship in thinking that Jessica is somewhat of a mother figure for her?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so basically you guys are playing house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Kind
essentially
of.
what you're doing,
Yeah.
without the covenant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what the bottom line is that you want to get today. If this
Well,
court were to do exactly what you wanted, what would that be?
If she could pay the back rent, she can stay, or I give her 30 days to get out of my house, or I'm filing legal action. You know, I'll have her permanently removed from the residence.
Okay. When she moved in and she paid you the first $350, what has changed in your relationship that now you're saying she's got to go in 30 days?
Because I know it's hard.
You know it's hard, so you're giving her 30 days.
Well, I gave her a year and 5 months, you know, without paying, you know, just to hear, oh, I'll get you, you know, I'm waiting on a settlement, I'm waiting on this.
I never said that.
It's just like little knickknacks, like lying.
No, I told you strictly,
lying.
I'm not paying you while I'm being your housewife. I'm not doing that. I didn't sign up for that.
Yeah.
If I stop doing all that for you, I will be glad to pay you.
So although you signed an agreement, because you said that out of your own mouth, you signed an agreement, a lease,
contract, yes,
saying that you would pay $350. You changed your mind somewhere along the line and decided that services in kind was enough and not cash.
Yes, because I don't have time for myself to go out and look for more work. Because my whole time is devoted to him and his daughter and the household. I don't have time to do what I need to do to get out on my own because I'm constantly being a housewife to him.
Okay, got it. So tell me what you think about keeping your word.
I will do that.
You haven't. So tell me what your general thoughts are about keeping your word. Because you said you would pay $350.
Yes.
But now, 17 months later, you've only done that once.
Yes, because I started doing other tasks for him. He added stuff on the lease, I guess you would say, because in the lease it did not say nothing about taking him places, cooking for him and his daughter, doing this and doing this and doing this for him.
Tell me, do you know what the average rent is in this area?
Oh, yes, ma'am. It's very expensive.
The fact that he's only asking for $350 means what to you?
I'm very appreciative of that, and I'm very thankful for that because he's given me a very good deal.
Okay, so you understand that it's a good deal.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Why would he give you a good deal? If I understood you correctly, you guys were strangers, Craigslist
Yes.
ad. So why would a complete stranger cut you such a deal?
Well, no, it's not the fact that he really cut me a deal. That's what his post said. His
No. $350 living in this area, you just said yourself, is an amazing deal.
Oh, yes, it is.
So why would a stranger cut you a great deal?
I guess he felt bad for me.
In my ad specifically,
'Cause I coulda
it
went
did
to a
say
shelter.
female preferred.
What did the ad say?
My title said domestic roommate.
Okay.
Okay, so
I think you might want to check the dictionary for the right words the next time you put an ad on Craigslist, because you probably didn't word it exactly right, nor were you clear in what you were actually looking for.
well, at the very bottom, I specifically put female preferred.
You can prefer female because you don't want
I
to live with the
understand
male.
why you would want a
And I got a
female
4-year-old
and prefer
daughter
a
to
female.
worry about, another man coming in my
listen,
house.
let me ask you this question. Do you believe that what you sow, you also reap?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So there's a principle in the Bible that talks about, for as much as you've done it to the least of these, God says essentially you've done it to me. When you take care of the orphans and the widows and people that are less fortunate than yourself, then you are doing good. Do you believe that to be true?
Yeah.
Do you believe that your yes should be yes and your no should be no, and if you make a vow, you shouldn't break it?
Yes.
Okay. Having said that, I'm going to issue my ruling. I'm going to ask you to give her 60 days to move out. In that 60 days, I'm going to ask you not to charge her any rent. In that 60 days, I would like you to stack as much money as you possibly can so that you have enough to move. He will not ask you for rent, and you will cook and clean for your own self, and you will do your best to find employment so that when you move out, you have enough money and you can be responsible for your 2 children. That's my judgment here today. It is so rendered.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Hello and welcome to Higher Court. I see you both signed the covenant agreement. You understand that by signing, you agree to abide by the decision of the court today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. God bless both of you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Rosemary, will you proceed in letting us know why you brought the defendant before the court today?
Your Honor, I brought my son here today. I'm suing him for rent, back rent, and electricity and gas bill. I have been supporting my son. Now he's 20 years old, and I have a lot of bills I have to pay. I have rent. I have 2 other kids that I take care of, and I just need him to participate in paying some of the bills in the house because I'm struggling right now.
Okay, thank you. Jonathan, can you explain to us why you're here today in your mind?
Well, I'm just here because my mom's brought me to court, but I do still love my mother, but I mean, I'm just saying, I don't really understand why I'm here.
You don't understand why you're here?
No.
Okay, Ms. Rosemary, let me ask you a few questions, if I may. He said he's 20 years old. What kind of child has he been growing up?
Well, I'm the one who actually spoiled my son because I allow him to think that he's not supposed to do anything.
Okay, and what do you mean by that? Spoiled, define that for me.
Whatever they need, I would just struggle and do it for them. Until this day, I'm still washing his clothes. If I don't cook, he doesn't eat. I'm still doing everything for him. And I think that's where he gets the habit of, I don't have to do anything. My mom is here for everything.
Okay. And so you cook, you clean, you buy all the groceries?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And I heard you say you struggled. What does that mean?
Because I have other kids I have
How
to
many
take
do you
care
have?
of. I have 2 more kids I have to take care of. And with a certain income, there's hardly anything you could do. I'm just living by check. And he started working for UPS, and I'm telling him, hey, I need you to help towards the bills. And it's a runaround with him. He doesn't want to help with anything.
And what's his attitude when you ask him?
He don't want to hear it. He just put on his music and block me. He called it, I'm going to block you out, Ma.
He's going to block you out. Jonathan, you have a response to this? Is it true that your mom cooks for you, washes your clothes,
that's not
buys
true.
groceries?
Nah, Mas. I cook, I clean, I go to work, I pay my car note. My car's in the shop right now, so I'm trying to get it fixed. So, like, that's where most of my money's been at. But, like, I love my mom's, but, I mean, she's been, like, just tripping on me, you know what I mean? So I have to, like, block her out because other than that, I'll just, like, go crazy.
Okay. Do you believe in the Bible, Jonathan?
Yes.
Okay. So you believe that it says that you should speak the truth always?
Yes.
Okay. So you cook and you clean?
Yes, when I can. Other than that, I'm pretty much at work, you know what I mean? And she knows that, but it seems as if she just wants me to, like, stay in the house and, like, you know, be a mama's boy or something. But, I mean, I can only do so much.
Okay, so tell me the things that you do pay for.
I pay for the car note. I pay for food, my own food. I pay for things I need, you know what I mean? I buy clothes, and then by the time the end of the month comes, it's, like, not enough money to even, you know, pay bills and stuff like that. But I mean...
So all the things that you just named were things that pertain to you personally, not to the household?
Well, that's my mother. I mean, she's not going to kick my brothers and sisters out on the street, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if they can be there, why can't I be there too?
Okay, so you believe you're entitled to be there?
Mm-hmm.
That's my mother. Like, I love her, but I mean, I don't think that she should have brought me to court either.
So if you didn't live at your mother's house, where would you live?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Where do you believe that you could live rent-free?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. Okay. Where's your dad?
He's not in my life right now.
Has he ever been in your life?
No.
No? Essentially, it's just been your mom?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Miss Rosemary, is that true?
Yes, Your Honor. It's very
So you haven't even had boyfriends or men in the house?
No.
No. Okay. Got it. So Jonathan, let me just make sure I'm clear. You don't pay rent, you pay your cell phone, you get your car fixed, you buy your own food, but you don't contribute to the household. And it is your assessment that your mom has to pay for your rent and take care of you because she brought you into this world 20 years ago. That's a yes or no question.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for your honesty. You know, there's a scripture in the Bible that talks about honoring your parents so that your days may be long. I think I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna rule for your mom and trust that you'll do what's right so that you'll live a long life. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.